Rage of Aquarius with your hosts Dan Smeriglio and Josh Bernstein.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live. It's Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, or 6 p.m. in Atlanta. Doesn't change your clocks, where my co-host sits. Welcome to the Rage of Aquarius. This is me, Dan, and that is the one and the only Josh Bernstein, coming to you live on the Voice of the People U.S.A. radio and television network, heard worldwide. And remember, watch us on Roku, Fire, Amazon, and Android TVs. Download VOP USA, Android and mobile apps, VOP USA, and the website, VOPUSARadio.com. So with that, we've had a hell of an audience here, like this building audience over the last few weeks, which is pretty cool. And I appreciate you all very much. So thank you. And what's up, bro?
Oh, man. Well, we finally got Robert Mueller to kick off, right? So I guess we could start with that. But look, this was a really, really bad guy. Yeah. I understand President Trump's reaction to basically saying, good, I'm glad he's dead, because this guy was so evil. I mean, he was the epitome of what evil looks like. I mean, he completely lied. He completely fabricated the entire Russia thing. He went after innocent people, ruined their lives. And then even when he was caught, he still didn't stop. He kept going, hiring more and more people to continue to go after President Trump. And then, of course, if you remember a few years back, he had that situation where they brought him in to discuss it after it was already proven by the Horowitz report and everything else that he lied. And then he's like, well, I don't think I remember. Like all of a sudden dementia, settled in right away. And he was like, well, that's above my purview and all this other garbage. So President Trump was right to feel the way he felt.
You know what? Excuse me. Now, going back in time, we could talk about Whitey Bulger, whatever his name is, given a free pass essentially by Robert Mueller, his disciple and Comey, the many horrible and horrendous things this man did. And you see the outrage community doing what they do. Oh my God, he's so heinous, 25th Amendment Trump, and he's so bad and he's so evil. No, that is exactly what I want, because that is exactly how I talk. And I thought the same thing. When I saw Trump's reaction, I said, good. That's why I love him. That's why I respect him. Oh, but he served his country. F you. I don't care that you served your country. I don't care about your Purple Heart. You could literally get that for a paper cut these days. Take it from somebody who was there, right? And you know what? Anything that you might have done heroic doesn't equate or make up for the countless lives you destroyed, the evil, terrible, disgusting person that you are. May you rest in hell. I'm glad you're dead. And as far as I'm concerned, it happened too late. So, you know what? Maybe it's not nice to relish in somebody's, vanquishing, if you will, but this was an evil, mean, disgusting person with many bodies, blood. It was like just tons of blood on his hands. I get a little heated with this one, because I see all the clickbait community doing their thing, and oh my God, he's so bad. How could he say that? Good. That's what I want. I don't want a president to sit there and fake it. I don't want the thoughts and prayers and thank you for your service to Barack Obama bullshit. I want him to burn in hell, and I want him to be besmirched in history and remembered for the piece of trash, lying, criminal protecting, murder protecting scum that he is and was. So screw his legacy, screw it all. President Trump, thank you for being bold,
real,
honest, yes, and not playing nice. We don't play nice with our enemies. They would piss. He tried to lock you up for how many years? How many decades?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for life, basically. I mean, if God forbid that was somehow going to stick, what he did and how he set the whole thing up. I mean, he basically, hijacked his first term, yes. Right? I mean, he was still successful despite all that. But think of how much more success he would have been able to have. But you know what? He learned his lesson, President Trump. And this time around, you're not seeing as many leaks. You're making sure that these people are loyal to you. They are loyal in the cabinet. They're not undermining his authority or anything like that. And they're following their orders, which is how it should be. A cabinet serves a president. A president directs a cabinet. That's the way it is. Now, if he's doing something completely illegal, okay, yeah, then I understand. But nothing is outside the scope of being illegal. Again, he's allowed to, quote, wage this war against Iran. He's got a couple more days left before he needs Congress to get involved. And so it's going to continue on a little bit longer, obviously. But he's not doing anything illegal. So that's that's the whole part of this that no one's looking at.
Exactly, and I'm tired of just hearing. Now we got to hear. I'm sick to death of hearing about Joe Kent playing around with, Flynn. Flynn getting raked over the coals is making me happy as well, because he hosts the the Catholics for Catholics event, and Joe Kent.
I think so.
Joe Kent, hurry up! Sorry, everybody, it slipped there.
Hey, slip of the tongue.
That's right. So
That's what she said.
He had to show up there and be the superhero along with Candace Boot Owens and all them, dolling around, talking they're evil. And
he's also under federal investigation.
Yes.
Right?
He's a great person. He's a hero. He's going to be on Megyn Kelly on Monday. All these great Americans that sound the alarm over big bad Trump and Israel running and rooting everything. Oh. So, perhaps Israel killed Mueller, maybe that's what they should look into. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah, it was BB. It was definitely BB. It had to have been BB.
It was definitely BB. Right now we're getting a storm right before I go on the air. It's obviously BB.
It's got to be BB. Blame it on Israel.
I did it.
Blame it on Israel.
And you know how they say give it to God or give it to the Lord or whatever? I just give it to I blame it on Israel. It's better for me. I feel better about myself, So I'm not a loser. It's Israel's fault. I hate the Jews. You're okay. You're a good guy.
Yeah. So do you have that clip for his send-off?
I do. Hang on.
Okay. Let's do that. We're going to do it one send-off to Robert Mueller, and then he won't be spoken about after that.
All right. Here we go. I got to turn the volume on.
That would help.
I love it.
Isn't that the best part at the end when he shows who's coming next?
Yes.
Oh my God, I just love that.
That's just absolutely fantastic. And it's funny because we didn't plan this. Whoops! I got to put us back on screen here. I'm pro. I'm a pro.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally, I saw that earlier, and I meant to. I think I did send it to my own messages, and then you sent it in an email. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And shout out to Brendan Dilley and Phantom Shadow and everybody. And
those guys are the best.
They are.
I'm sorry, the Dilley meme team. They are literally the best. I've met Brendan many years ago, 2018, when Congressman Trent Franks, had to step down for a scandal, and so someone was looking to fill that seat, and I was the national spokesman for AMAC at the time, and we had an event in Sun City West, which is like a retirement community in Arizona in the West Valley, and so I went out there representing AMAC, and he was one of the candidates that was actually running, and he was real even back then. And so there was about 10 candidates, and so I had a chance to sit down and introduce him, and he was part of the candidate forum. But eventually Debbie Lesko is the one that actually won that seat. But I'd love to reconnect with him, but he's too big now, right? He's too big. He's driving around Ferraris in Scottsdale and doing his Dilley meme team. But God bless him. Talk about somebody that found his calling in life.
Yes.
Brendan Dilley found his calling, and I wish him nothing but the best of continued success, because his videos, definitely have helped the conservative movement and MAGA, and he's MAGA all the way. He's not one of these grifters. He's not one of these people that are fence sitters that all of a sudden will turn. He's one of the good guys for sure.
And I love that. And somebody put a post out. Dilley put a post out about Mike Cernovich, and I'll rate this back to Mueller. And Mike Cernovich, who likes to parade around with men in gorilla suits or some shit, do some weird man things, and talked about how he sucked a tranny's dick and it tastes kind of chemically.
Really?
Oh yeah. These are all.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, no,
that's crazy.
But where do I here? And again, I'm yet to be sued.
Boy, your rumorville is a lot different than mine.
Oh, dude, no, I get all the good.
Mine's stuff. When they're attacking, when a regime is going down. Oh, yours is who sucked tranny dick.
Hey,
okay.
I get the important stuff here, but
the important stuff, I got you.
You do have a little keen insight on tranny whales, but I digress.
Tranny whales, binary. What was it? Binary bears and
tranny whales. Yes.
Yeah.
Transsexual whales and binary bears.
Yeah.
But
Transgender whales.
So Bernstein, I got to tell you, Dilly put out this thing and he bashed Cernovich. And I reposted it and put, how much I hate him and his weird, man orgies that he has in the woods and his gorilla mindset and furries and all other crap and his tranny love. And somebody responded and said, that's not nice and that's not true. I said, that's true. I said, actually, Dilly was tagged in this and he wasn't mean enough. I said, so here's the truth. And I really went into it. And the person said, odd way to speak to somebody who supports your campaign. I'm like, yo, dumbass, unless you're the tranny banger or the guy who parades around with furries and gorillas in the woods, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't want your support. Newsflash, dumbass. But nevertheless, I did that. I bashed Cernovich, and I said, Warlord Dilly, love him. Dilly retweeted both of those responses and two of my tweets. Like, Brendan, bro, we played this back and forth game for a while. Retweet this show. All right. Please.
Yeah. And follow me back, dude. I mean, let's reconnect. It's been what, 6, 7, 8 years since we sat down and talked and things like that. So, but he's good, man. He's good. So.
Great, dude. He's freaking great. But
good dude.
Anyway, to close it out, may mother rot in hell, and thank you, President Trump, for not, doing the fake love fest and adulation for a piece of shit who was always a piece of shit and now is a rotting in hell piece of shit. So there you go. All right.
And speaking of potential problems here, we have Mark Wayne Mullins is going to be the next DHS secretary. It's a foregone conclusion, just like I predicted. It was going to be an easy one. So he'll be confirmed Monday, probably, if not by the end of the week, but probably Monday. Yeah. But anyway, his temporary replacement in red state, very red state, Oklahoma, the governor, Kevin Stitt, wants to appoint an idiot who literally gave $5,800 to Adam Kinzinger, the biggest rhino piece of shit in America, basically, or close to it, And so he wants to put this guy in Mullins' place temporarily. It doesn't matter. We cannot allow this to happen, folks. You need to get on the horn, call the governor's office, 405-521-2342, 405-521-2342 between the hours of 8 and 5. Contact him, say that you do not want, what's the idiot's name? Armstrong? Something Armstrong. Alan Armstrong, I think his name is. Is that what it was? Yeah, we do not want this guy who is from the oil industry or whatever to be even temporarily in that spot. Because if he's supporting someone like a Kinzinger, you really think he's going to vote for the SAVE Act? We need every one of those votes. This is like dire, folks. This is urgent. Please go to contactyourrep.com, pull up his information, contact him, find him on social media, email him, just hit him hard as much as possible starting on Monday. And again, I gave you the phone number earlier. So, yeah, we cannot allow this guy to be the replacement, especially if he's going to be a rhino and supporting one of the biggest rhinos ever in Kinzinger.
It's pretty sick. And I see this orchestrated attack they're doing, if you will, when it comes to like places like Arkansas, Oklahoma. They're really trying hard, it appears, to do. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, like Arkansas, I've heard a lot of not so great things about Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and that disappoints me because I really liked her, and I'm not going to go into it too deep yet. Do you know anything on her? Because there's a lot of people in Arkansas that are not happy with her. And
I mean, as far as I know, she's done a pretty good job. She's kept the state pretty conservative. She did a lot of interesting things as far as like tax cuts, but also making sure that ICE was out and working in the neighborhoods and getting people out of the country. So as far as I know, she's pretty good. She was a good secretary, or what was she? Communications person. Yeah, press secretary.
I thought she was great, but I've been hearing a lot of people speak up that they're upset with her, that she's trying to basically flip Arkansas to rhino territory, and then this coming out of Oklahoma, and there's more and more of this happening. It's like a concerted effort almost to kind of like find their way, that strategy that they've been talking about for so long, to go into the deep red states and start to flip. I mean, it's a little troublesome. But what's going on in Oklahoma is disgusting. I mean, this guy, the governor, he's a piece of crap anyway, as far as I'm concerned. But like to appoint one of these people Like,
yeah, this isn't good. So
No.
we need to stop him. Here's the thing: he's going to Mar-a-Lago. I think is it tomorrow or maybe even tonight or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, and he's meeting with President Trump. President Trump. We need to also contact President Trump at Real Donald Trump on X, on Truth Social, wherever, and we need to say, do not let Kevin Stitt appoint Armstrong to fill Mark Mullen's seat. We got to make sure that message is loud and perfectly clear. Because if he hears from MAGA, he's going to go, no, sorry, Kevin. We can't pick this guy. You got somebody else for me. And there's a lot of other choices in Oklahoma that are conservative, a lot more. And so picking this guy, I don't understand. Maybe he's on his knees with his knee pads or something. Doesn't make any sense.
Possibly. He's playing it the DC way. Comment from the audience from YouTube, Eloy Gonzalez. Is that like Eli, Elian Gonzalez from back in the day? I went to an ECW event many moons ago, and I had up a sign, Alien Must Die. That was back in the late 90s. It was kind of controversial. I guess I was a prick then, too. And a lot of the wrestlers came and took pictures with it. It was kind of funny. But Cuba is waiting for Trump. Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're basically, what's his name? Elian Gonzalez. He was the one, if you remember, with Janet Reno, that man that used to be, what was she? Attorney General. I think she was Attorney General back in the day. She was the one that oversaw the Waco thing. She was an absolute disaster. But anyway, he was that baby that they were fighting back and forth. Yeah. Oh, you're too young. Do you remember that? Maybe you do.
I remember it all.
You do it? Okay. Because that was like in the 90s, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how far back I'm going.
At Alien Must Die.
And here's the thing. We should have kept him here because I'm hearing that he's a communist there. He's part of their government there. So we may have to take out all of them, including the baby that we saved back in the 90s.
Listen, I'm going to get my son.
Or tried to save.
Fruition. All these years later. But no, Trump in Florida, he was greeted by 100,000.
Oh, yeah, the other day. Sure.
Oh, my God. Just Cuba is just so ready for this and waiting for this. It's a beautiful thing to see. That's why it's important that we keep things sacred, especially when it comes to Oklahoma, because if we start getting these people in, that you're going to get pissed at a rhino. Oklahoma's going to get mad. They're going to see there's a way in, and they're going to push those radical blues in. We don't want that, people.
Can't have it.
So we need to do a maximum pressure campaign on that one because that's disgusting. All right, we need to do better than that. So let me see here. Oh. All right. Next.
Which one are we doing?
Colin Rugg. So
okay,
we're gonna go that route because I'm pulling that one up right now.
Go for it.
Oh, all right.
Another good guy.
Yes. Alrighty. So here we go, and allow me to go right here and
to all the conspiracy theorists out there.
That's right. To all the conspiracy theorists, my people. All right, and volume's good. Here we go.
Full screen? Can you go full screen?
I can go full screen. Oh,
there you go. Oh, look at that ugly bastard. Who does he look like? He reminds us of somebody, huh?
He really does.
We'll find out.
Amazing. But that's okay. No, whatever.
I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a
Wait, why is it not
Palm Beach
guy. I'm
Pete?
retired. I lived in the city for a long time.
Is it supposed to be playing? What's up with that?
I don't know. Play it.
Worked in commercial real estate. I love to play tennis. I'm very social. I'm not going to change. This guy is dead, and he was a really bad person. And I can hold my head high. I didn't do anything. I just happen to have similar looks. I'm just a better-looking version than Jeffrey. Back in the day, when I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties, and Epstein was there at a party, and he was kind of creepy, just sitting on a couch, staying to himself, and he wasn't the magnitude that he is or was, so he wasn't a big deal. He was mysterious. People didn't know how he made his money and where he, what his story was, but I never really encountered him and had a conversation with him. I just saw him at a party. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a
dude.
Palm Beach Pete.
Palm Beach Pete. I mean,
if that's not a sausage eater, I haven't seen one yet.
Well, that's definitely, he's definitely a little light in the loafers. Whee!
A little light in the loafers, certainly. Putts from the rough, no question about it. But here's the thing. First off, he does look and resemble Jeffrey Epstein. But more than anything else, it looks like someone slammed like a giant War and Peace novel on his face, right? He's very thin-faced, and he certainly doesn't have the voice.
No.
So you can't go with the voice either. So we just want to.
little disconcerting, you know. I'm just saying, you know, a little freaky there, but that's, I mean, whatever. But that one was special. So
that was special. That was for all those conspiracy theorists out there that think he's alive somewhere. We just wanted to give that one to you.
Yes.
Clearly, he was killed. He did not hang himself. We know that for a fact. But he's no longer. He had too many. He could have taken down too many people. He needed to be silenced, and he was. Simple as that.
Propped up the body with what did he hang himself with? Was it like,
and I know this conspiracy. The ears are a little off, and the lobes are. Come on, the guy's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. I mean, or you know, him and JFK Jr. are you know, running some nightclubs in South Florida. But you know, hey, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, as far as Jr., I told you this. I interviewed Hung Cao when he was running for Virginia Senate. Well, I think he lost that race, sadly, because of me, because they attacked him immediately after, you know, he was on my show. But he said that he was the one that retrieved the body of him. So
really, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird, isn't it? And now he's the Secretary of the Navy, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
Undersecretary of the Navy?
I think he's Secretary of the Navy.
Is he?
You know, but there you go. You have it by his own admission. Josh Bernstein, he was sent by BB to.
That's right.
You know,
I was sent by BB to give you that message.
Sorry.
But I still only have 5 fingers. So
well, good for you, you know. I mean, I don't know how you're dealing with BB being dead and all, but that's okay. You know,
we're managing.
Thank God. But anyway, better than Iranian military, obviously. They're getting nailed pretty hardcore these last couple hours, which I like to see. And I got to ask, I mean, I know it's kind of off topic, but I mean, whatever. We just talk about whatever we want to talk about anyway. But what have you commented firmly yet with regards to the whole Flynn saga? Because it seems like now they're really like Dilly. Everybody is just sight set, and they're destroying Flynn. And I mean, his son's a dipshit. You know, his brother is whatever. I had General Flynn on the show. I've always respected the man. I got along with him very well. But I've tried to be like, I see it all. You know what I mean? I see it all. And I try to not cast judgment, but it's hard to deny the obvious. So you had this little dwarf garden gnome douchebag, Ivan Raiklin, who's Secretary of Retribution. Motherfucker's tall enough to give somebody head standing up. All right, like listen, this little rodeo. I wish Bongino would.
He's the one. I was gonna say he's the one that attacked Bongino. Bongino looked like he was ready to throw down.
I wish he would have.
From that video.
He probably could have kicked that little bowling ball's ass, you know. But I don't like Raiklin. I think he's an absolute fraud. And he's part of the crew, the Flynn Network, as they refer to it. And again, I have my opinions, and it's getting harder and harder to deny. But I mean, it's all, the gloves are off. So, what are your thoughts on all of it? I mean, Flynn is counter-messaging Trump all the time.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't. All I can tell you is what I have seen from Flynn throughout the years. He was the one that exposed Barack Obama, saying that in the Iraq War that we were doing better than we actually were. We were actually losing to ISIS, and he basically Obama came out and said, "Oh, we're doing great. You know, we're kicking their ass." Da da da. And he did an interview. I think it actually was with Megyn Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, way back when. And he told the truth. And he was like, "No, I'm sorry, but that's not what's happening. I know what's happening. We're watching what's happening. ISIS is really, you know, advancing and this and that." And so the administration was trying to create a narrative that we were doing good because it was around election time. And he was like, no. Sorry, man. That's not how it's going right now. And after that, that's when they tried to entrap him with the ambassador, the Russian ambassador, right? All that crazy stuff that happened. And so, yeah. And so from that, and of course he wasn't even national security advisor for a month, not even something like that. And so then he was the scapegoat, and then he was fired, right? That was a big part of it. But that's really about all I really know about him. I mean, I think they tried to entrap him, clearly. Comey tried to entrap him, even admitted it. He's like, well, when I saw that there was a new administration in there, I saw the chaos of the new administration. I knew that President Trump at the time, you know, President-elect Trump, was brand new. He didn't know what was going on. So I sent in a few guys, right? Remember Comey, you scumbag? I sent in a few goons. And that's what he did. And they set him up. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I think, from those examples, I would say he's a patriot. But again, I don't get into the weeds of all the other stuff. So
It's getting a little, because he's the one that set up, he runs the organization, the Catholics for Catholics. So he obviously had Candace Owens and Joe Kent on the panel there, and he put it out there, and he's always counter-messaging, saying we're in World War III, and at least he's saying 3.
Well, here's the thing. As a Jew who is extremely pro-Christian, we have a major chasm in the church between the Catholic right and the Catholic left. I mean, look at the Pope, for goodness sake. Look at the last Pope before that. Look at the last Pope before that. These are all part of the Catholic left, okay? They're a big, big problem. They believe in open borders. They believe in globalism. They believe in abortion even. I mean, these are not real Catholics, okay? And then you have the Catholic right that actually, believes in the Bible, actually believes in the tenets, and believes in being pro-life and not globalists and all that. So there's a chasm, a big, big chasm in the church. That's all I can say from a Jew's perspective. And obviously I side with the Catholic right and not with the Catholic left.
And I think that's where the divide now is happening. There's a third wing, and this is the other. They claim that Kathy Jean, whatever her name is, the Miss California, the hoe that had sex on tape, that she was removed from something from the administration, and now she was there as well at this event with Joe Kent and Candace Owens, and all they do, these are the alleged America first, America only people, and they say
they're America last.
Yes, and they say that the Catholic Church is sacred. All right, again, born and raised Catholic, confirmed Catholic, all that good stuff. But they're saying that any good Catholic would call out the Jews and Israel, leading us into the end times. So that's the issue.
No, any good Catholic would support Israel so that they don't end up dead in the end times. That's really what it would be. I mean, with what's going on with Iran, things are about to get pretty serious, because he basically gave them an ultimatum: open the damn strait, or that's it. I mean, we're going to have a showdown at the OK Corral Strait of Hormuz here pretty soon.
Do you want to go right into that? Because we could do that.
I mean, we could, but I'm just saying, even what you were saying with everything else.
And I think it's interesting because one of the, again, I find myself, I see Ben Shapiro videos and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's making more sense than anybody right now. And it hurts my soul a little bit. But again, whatever, these are weird times. Again, high-pitched bitch. But nevertheless,
he's definitely high-pitched. I mean, that him and Alex Jones, they both have very interesting voices, to say the least. But at least with Jones, you can understand him. But man, he's just like the Energizer Bunny. I don't have anything against him or anything, but it's just like, oh my God, like someone just hit the wrong button and just fast forwarded. He's just insane.
He's a little rough. And then, since you spoke of my embattled brethren there. Oh, hang on. There I am with him.
Oh, there he is.
I'll tell you right now, I'm having a hard morning. I don't know what to do. We're in World War 37. Trump's the devil. I love Trump. I don't know how to take it anymore. I don't even know what to do.
Get these dick pills.
Take the C, the Ozempic of the C. We'll get you skinny, get you hard, and everything else. Be a real alpha male. Let's put a spear. Unless you're Donald Trump, he's the devil, but I love him. I love the devil. I love Donald Trump. I'm not going to throw the baby out of the bathwater. Coming up next, I can rake for him.
That is about his entire show right there.
You got to do that too, but an interesting takedown of the Catholic for Catholics event came from not Grandma Groyper, as they're referring to Megyn Kelly now, who she hates the Jews too now. And then, unless we forget, high-pitched bitch, Mark Levin, which again, I'm seeing some of his posts. I'm like, oh God, well, I like what you're saying, but I just don't like you necessarily. But it is what it is. And then one of the best takedowns of this came from high-pitched bitch number 3, the anorexic one, the size of a turd, Nick Fuentes, which called out Joe Kent, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Flynn, everybody said they're all lying scumbags, and they discussed him and he hates them. Dude, the grifter class is already they're at war with each other. It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. I love it. The tie that binds is their hatred for your people. But they're having their little fragmenting already. So it's an interesting time right now to be involved.
Well, if they were at 5%, now they're at 2.5%.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
so it's interesting times. But all right, but it's fair. I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on with the Flynn shit because again, I mean, when he was on my show, he said he loved BOP, loved what we do. He's known about us, everything else, which I appreciated. And I was honored to interview him. To me, yeah, I'm a military guy, but, I respected the man. I think Mike Pence, the Judas Pence. And now this is an interesting tie-in, though. Now you have somebody, I forgot, the American Conservative Union or whatever it is, one of these, something McConnell, calling on publicly, and this group is backing JD in 28, calling publicly for JD Vance to publicly support the 25th Amendment to remove Donald Trump because of Iran and because of his tweet about Mueller. And then you have JD Vance, who is his deputy press secretary, is Tucker Carlson's son. President Trump has now said that Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson are banned from coming to the White House, which I think is great. So...
Well, I think that's insane, number one.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with President Trump. He's about as mentally sharp as it gets. He's a New Yorker. He's got a certain way about him. He's crass. He, speaks like a normal person. He's not very polished when it comes to the way people speak. Like even J.D. Vance, although he's MAGA and he's America First, he's polished, right? He's articulate. President Trump is not. He's more like... He's like, it's going to be the best. See, I can't do his voice. I can't even try. But you know what he would say? It's going to be the most incredible thing you've ever seen. No one's ever seen anything like it. He's a New Yorker. He's braggadocious, right? And he's a New Yorker. And people either like that or hate that. And so maybe that's part of it. People just don't like a brash talking, New Yorker like that. I, for one, have no problem with it because I'm originally from New Jersey.
Yeah,
and I can handle it.
Again, Hackensack in the house. Hi,
Hackensack.
Hackensack. Don't make fun of Hackensack. Our claim to fame.
Across from the medical center.
Right? That's right. Listen, that's one of the best hospitals in America. But they took down the Arena Diner to make it to a parking lot, and that's wrong. I digress.
Wow. Hackensack Medical Center is no longer there?
No, it's now one of the biggest hospitals in America.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't been there in 30 years. So.
Oh, well, you haven't missed much.
I didn't think so.
English is the 30th language now instead of the 20th.
Probably. Yeah.
But no, it's gone even further to hell. I don't know how that's possible. But
even the Jews in New Jersey going, what the hell happened? What is happening here?
Yeah, they don't want any part of that. But that's okay. Good old Hackensack. But it's interesting because, we're going to have this little issue with Tucker, and they're saying that Tucker is going to end up steamrolling JD because why is his son still working for JD? It's an interesting thing to bring up because you have this divide and this little conflict going on, and me personally, like I think back to the audio clip. Dilly uses it all the time. If you fuck with us, we're going to do things to you that has never been done before, that have never been seen before. Of Trump saying that, I think it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is the everyday person, and that's why I love him. And he put out a book in the 80s, and he told you exactly how to be, and he's never swayed from his own words, which that makes me love him anyway, even more so.
Absolutely.
What he says is great. Somebody that wouldn't piss on you if you were dying and tried to kill you, take everything from you, you celebrate their death. And I don't care. That's a mean thing to say. No, you know what? No, it's not. It's an honest thing to say because they wish death on you all the time. They tried to expedite that. But my point of all this is it's going to be an interesting thing because now they're saying, and we talked about this on Thursday night or Friday, depending on when you watch the Hour of Rage, coming to you. Anyway, whatever. Friday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, live during Politishock. Josh joins. We do the Hour of Rage, a Politishock Hour of Rage, and it re-airs on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time everywhere. So there you go. But
buy these dick pills.
By the right now. I need your help. They're shutting us down next week.
Can I say seriously, in my entire 14-plus year career, and you don't have to go full screen on this, I have never ever sold. I have never sold anything like that at all. I've never pushed anything like that because it's always been for me about the content. So there you go.
Did you really feel the need to make a PSA about that? I still have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did. I did, because there's so many grifters, like you said. They give you 8 minutes of content and 14 minutes of commercials. It's like no one wants that, right? We see it all the time.
It was funny because I used to, on camera, I would show it, have all these packages, right? Blue Chew decided to give me a promo code. And they said, VOP USA Radio, bluechew.com/VOP USA Radio. I'm like, I don't want your promo code. And they started sending me free samples of Blue Chew. I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm working fine. Thank you. And for every day for 3 years, they sent me Blue Chew every month. I'm like, that shit's embarrassing. Luckily, they didn't say it. But it came in handy.
I used to have the banner on the bottom that would scroll, and that's where all my advertisers were, because I didn't want to interrupt the content. But I will say, because, full disclosure, in the next month or so, there's a candidate that's running in Arizona that we want to get elected, and so I am going to have a 30-second ad for a while, for that. But other than that, I mean, I just keep it real just with the content.
People, as long as, I hope the candidate's good. They rock the dreidel of love.
Rock the dreidel of love. That's a good song. I like that song.
I made it special for you. I'm done. I'm sorry.
You must spin the dreidel to get my approval.
I can't wait till Arizona and you and I can do shots of Manischewitz.
We're not doing Manischewitz shots, okay?
No.
We're doing rum and cokes and who knows what else. That's my favorite.
Real American firepower, let me tell you. Talk about firepower. So, when I had the ultra banning, which is no different from any other time I've been banned, but during the whole 2020 theft thing, I found an interesting way to utilize it. So I said, if you're suffering from, not election integrity issues, I said erection integrity issues, a stolen erection. And
that one clip.
So I put it in. Blue Chew wasn't happy. They stopped sending me free samples. But it was like, what the?
There's that one clip that's on social media where all the Democrats are going, Donald Trump participated in an erection, right? And it's one right after another. It's a pretty funny clip.
I like when it's Chucky Schumer, obviously my handler.
Oh God!
When he was saying it, so it's always fun.
He's terrible.
Yes. All right. So what's our next thing up? Oh, boom! There it is. Barron Trump. Let's go into this one real quick.
Yeah, Barron. So here's my thoughts on Barron Trump. They say he's 6'7". I think he's probably like 6'9", 6'10". I mean, he's huge, right? But I will disappoint everyone that wants Barron Trump in 2040 or whatever it might be. I don't think he's going to be in politics. This kid is business-focused, business-minded. He has made millions and millions of dollars for the Trump family because he's the one that got them interested in all the crypto stuff, which they've made billions and billions of dollars in. He also helped get President Trump, his dad, elected because he's the one that told him to go on all the young shows, go on the Joe Rogans, right? Go on the Theo Vons, go on Aiden Chris, I think his name is, or whatever his name is, all these different shows, and that helped because he got a bigger percentage of the younger vote under 33. So I don't think he's going to be in politics, though. I think you're looking at the next real estate developer, broker type guy, just like his dad. I think he's got a lot of business savvy. He's going to the Stern Business School, which is one of the best business schools there is. He did transfer to the D.C. area rather than New York from NYU. I think he's a sophomore or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I just don't see him in politics. I think it's because, well, number one, no one really hears him talk.
Yes.
Right? You never really hear him do interviews and stuff. So I don't think he wants that kind of limelight. I think he wants the money. There's no question about it. And I think he's gonna follow in his father's footsteps up until politics and not get into politics. I think he's going to be strictly in real estate, making money. So.
And it's interesting because I think Barron's kind of like a secret badass now, but I've always said, like, after Trump, give me Don Jr. And Eric was always my least favorite, but Eric's actually a badass. So, you know what? Give me Don, give me Eric, give me Laura, give me, Tiffany's last. Sorry, Tiff. I always thought Ivanka would be like, Ivanka is amazing. I mean, I know, but the way that she has her father's mouth with like a Marco Rubio delivery, and the way that she could so gracefully sit there and just tear somebody apart and never break stride, that's pure, like, that's natural. But you know what, Ivanka? So
the Jared part is what kills it for me.
Yeah, which there you go. You talk about dissent amongst the Catholics. Even the Jews don't like each other.
It's like a butterface, right? Everything's good, but butterface. Yeah, it's the same type of thing.
Yeah. So
no on her.
I still think Don Jr., man. I mean, I know
I like Don Jr. a lot.
I love Don Jr.
If I was gonna say, if there's gonna be one, it would be Don Jr. He's the closest. Although Eric is really close too, but I think Eric is more interested in business and things like that rather than politics. Although he gets involved as well. But I mean, obviously through Lara, right? I mean, ran the RNC and all that. So I don't know. I mean, Don Jr. just seems the most savage of the Trumps, the kids. He's the more savage one. He's closest to Dad's attitude.
And do you think he's gonna get? I can't see him not getting involved personally. I mean, maybe not in 28 unless he's a VP,
right.
But I don't see that.
I don't think he would overstep JD Vance or anything like that, And honestly, and I hope no one does. I think it should be JD Vance, and I think it would be Marco Rubio as the vice president. Yeah. And I don't want to see any deviation from that. I really, truly don't, because I think they've deserved it, they've earned it, and they've proven that that they are MAGA. After all, after obviously in the beginning we were all kind of a little nervous, certainly about JD Vance and even Marco Rubio, but they've earned it. Yeah. So I want to see those two carry the mantle. Now, after that, if it's Don Jr. or maybe Don Jr. decides to be, I don't know, the head of the SBA, Small Business Administration, for a JD Vance administration, who knows? I don't know. But I think Don Jr. and Eric are likely going to go into something having to do with politics. And who knows, maybe Florida Senate. Florida Senate at some point. I know Lara wants it.
Who do you think has the closest popularity to his father? I say hands down it's Junior personally.
As far as from all around or just MAGA?
All around.
All around? That's a good one. I would probably say Ivanka, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, I would say Ivanka or even Jarrett, because they're more, palatable to everybody, right? Even some on the left and in the middle and everything else. Don Jr. is absolutely despised, which is why we love him, by the radical left for sure. So because if he ran, they would be like, "Oh my God, Trump 2.0 again! Trump's son is coming." So,
which I always love the memes and Trump 2024, Trump 2028, Trump 2032, and then the year is 2048, and President Barron Trump has pardoned Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's like you are here, right? And then it's like you see all the other ones around it.
Old Trump. So are we still on Tulsi resignation watch, or is that flamed out? I know it's like, people stop. Like, listen, Laura, I love you, but stop. Maybe I don't want it to be true, but I don't see that happening. I don't see Tulsi.
I don't see it happening either. Why would it? I mean, she's been very successful in her job, at least right now. Great. Look, here's the thing: you can't pin it on Tulsi, because she's the one that has put out all this information, talking about the criminal conspiracy, showing Barack Obama at that top of the criminal conspiracy. She's gone out and said point blank that they tried to, usurp the will of the voters and do this against the American people. She said it. So she's done her job. Now it's the Department of Justice. Now it's Pam Bondi. Now it's Kash Patel. Now it's Todd Blanton. Now it's all the rest of them to actually take what they now know and put it into, a conviction and put it into a conspiracy trial. So it's not her fault. And again, I was skeptical. I'm like, oh my God, a Democrat as the DNI? What, are you crazy? But she's proven to be good.
I think she's been awesome. So I don't want to see her resign. I mean, there's always people leave, but I'm not on that stage yet. So okay, but as far as popularity goes and name recognition, I think there's never going to be another Donald Trump. All right. Trump,
I don't think so either. I mean, there'll be other versions similar to him, maybe if we're lucky. Yeah. But as far as like him and how he does. I mean, you got to have some balls to sit there with the Japanese prime minister and get a question about surprise and go, who knows more about surprise than you guys? You didn't tell us when you were going to hit us at Pearl Harbor, did you? I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's quick-minded. That's why you don't need the 25th, because you know how fast his mind works.
God, yeah.
But he's willing to say what people go, what? Oh my God! You know, even I saw that. I was like, oh, that is just classic Trump, epic Trump, exactly.
What was great is Roger Stone said it once. He was so spot on. He said that Trump has the timing of a comedian. Like Trump could.
He does totally could be a stand-up comedian when he's done.
Spot on.
100%. He'd sell out every single show from here to Timbuktu. Absolutely.
Damn straight. I think that, and I think as far as he goes, once in a lifetime, I think the closest you're going to get to a Donald Trump, you know, in the political sphere again, is going to be a Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah.
You know, I think
as far as the brashness and the attitude, I would agree with that.
Classier MAGA with a JD and Rubio, which again, for those who've listened to me for 20 years, you know, Rubio, I protested the man, amnesty, everything else, but listen, you know,
part of the Gang of Eight. He was part of the Gang of Eight.
I know.
So he's come a long way. He's come a long way.
That, you know?
Sure. We were fighting that battle.
Yes.
Call him, email him, hit him on social media. Let's go. We can't. And we beat it. Yes. By the way, we beat it. We defeated it.
It was
so just another reminder for people.
Yes. But now, Marco is VP. One day I'm good with it.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, think about the not just the Hispanic vote, but the independents love him. Some Democrats will love that as well. So and plus, who's going to be either one of them in the debate? Good luck.
Nobody.
They're both really, really smart.
Damn straight. So, all right, moving right along here.
All right, moving on.
Fast pace. Boom.
Boom.
All right, here we go. Iran threatens to shut down Strait of Hormuz. Hit Gulf power grids if Trump attacks power plants. Interesting.
Well, all I can say is we're going to have boots on the ground. You may not want to hear that, but it's going to happen. It has to happen. It has to happen because that this regime is like cockroaches. I said that the other day. And they are sprinkled all around, and they are underground. They are hiding in caves. They are all over the place. There's still a lot of them. We may have taken out a lot of their leadership, obviously, but we didn't take out enough of them yet. And the only way you're going to do that is boots on the ground. Now, are those going to be American boots? Are they going to be IDF boots? Are they going to be Qatari boots? Are they going to be UAE boots? Are they going to be Saudi Arabian boots? Are they going to be Kurdistan boots? We don't know. But there's going to have to be boots on the ground. The other thing is, and I'll say this too, we need another Iran-Contra affair. We should be arming the people that are fighting against the regime. We ought to be doing that, or at least having Israel do it, because who knows better to where these cockroaches are hiding than the people that live amongst the cockroaches, right? They can be that can of raid, but they need to be armed in order to do it. So I do see a new phase coming soon. I don't know, again, whether it's going to be American boots or not, but at this point, quite frankly, I want the best of the best. Whoever armed, whoever knows how to do it, can go in there, clear out the rat's nest, kill all the cockroaches, kill all the eggs of the cockroaches, so that these people can finally, once again, be free, and we don't have to keep coming back and doing these short, intermittent excursions and kinetic energy and banging these people out as they try to keep rebuilding. And if we don't get them all, they're going to murder all these different people that have been trying to help get rid of them. So we have to take them out. It's not even a question anymore. They have to be taken out. Now, I'm not a neocon. I don't agree with, nation building and all that. I'm not a globalist. But in this case, like I said on the other show, I agree with Lindsey Graham, as sad as that is. We need to go in there and we need to take these rats out once and for all, so we never have to deal with them ever again.
Yes, eradicate them once and for all.
Correct.
I want them all dead, and I want every generation, every member of their bloodline dead.
Exactly.
I'm anti all of it, but I do. For as anti-war as I am, one thing I am is proud of this country and think that we should be that one dominant force. And sometimes, it's time to to slam your dick out on the table and say, you know what, here we are, and you fuck with us, and we're going to annihilate you, and we're going to make it so you can never, ever, ever rebuild. And I know Saudi Arabia has essentially made a declaration of war on Iran. Qatar has essentially now, or Qatar, whatever.
Oh, they're getting close, yeah.
Yes. So it's coming. And I say, good. I want them all gone. I want them eradicated. I want them wiped off this planet once and for all. And I think it's about damn time. And then
you know what? People think that's a radical statement. It's not a radical statement. These people have murdered hundreds, millions of people for 47 years. So for us to say that we want those people to no longer be around, that's not a radical statement at all.
And dude, again, seriously, all you have to do is watch the videos of the uptick in attacks you see in these airfields getting blown to hell just, 12 hours ago. And what do you hear? People screaming? No, people cheering.
Exactly.
Iranian citizens cheering, all right? So for whatever they want to say, you know what? It's liked by the people there because we're doing it good for the world. They all need to die. Now,
they're going to put statues of President Trump up all around Iran, the entire country. You're going to see 15 to 20 of them in the next 5 years. They're going to be everywhere. Okay, just like we had Reagan statues in Poland, right, and things like that. You're going to see that. I'm telling you. You're going to see them in a lot of different Muslim countries. Absolutely. You're going to see statues of President Trump, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Because of what he's doing.
He's a liberator, and I like what
he's a liberator.
His truth post today about now he can focus on the real enemy, posing the greatest threat to America, the radical Democrats.
I said it on the show on the Hour of Rage.
Yeah,
I said the Democrats and the Otto Penn administration are just like the Iranian regime. The only difference was that we have guns and they don't. Yep. That was it. So yeah,
it was funny because this is not the first time that El Presidente has done something or commented. It's obviously he's a fan of the show. I mean, we get it, Mr. President.
He might be. He might be watching. If not, some of his handlers. I know for a fact they're watching my show. I can't tell you how many times I've said something and then 3 or 4 days later it shows up on Jesse Waters. Yeah. Like literally 15, 20 times. And I show the clips and I put them together and I say who said it better, and who said it first, which is usually always me. So yeah, I mean, they're watching. They're definitely watching.
All I have to say is, you know what? The president, I got to go to the White House under his invitation and I had to spend time with him, which was such a cool honor. But Mr. President, we know you're a fan, so it's okay. You can just come on. You can listen. We'll do an extra hour for you.
Oh, we'll do 4 hours. We'll do 5 hours.
Josh,
oh my God! Could you imagine the questions at both of us? I mean, dude. For that one, honestly, I do a lot of prep. I would write down 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, really detailed questions, because there's so many things that I want to ask him. And honestly, I want to give him, advice. Do this, do this, do this, do this. I've worked for candidates in the past and helped them get elected, so I know what I'm talking about. Absolutely. President Donald Trump took to social media on Sunday to brand the highly incompetent Democrat Party as America's greatest enemy following the death of Iran. Absolutely. Now, to put that into perspective, that was a power trip, basically, by the left.
Oh, okay.
The reason, it wasn't bad enough that they stole the election, but then for you trying to fight back from them stealing the election, they got nasty and mean and vicious, almost like I don't know, who kills protesters for going out and protesting that we're killing right now? Oh, yeah, almost like the Iranian regime, okay? That's what the Otto Pen was. Thank God we had a Second Amendment because, believe me, that was the Iranian regime. Vindictive, revengeful, retribution, all of it. And then with the arrogance of, how dare you question our authority and our right to steal an election from the American people? How dare you? We're going to put you all in jail. This whole thing was just like an absolute power kick. And these people, were treated so horribly. I talked about this with Jake Lang and a couple others. They need a restitution in Congress fund where Americans can give money to the J6ers. And I don't care how big the thing gets. Give them millions and millions of dollars and split it out. They deserve every penny of it. That's what we need. We need a...
There you go. There's a proof. All right. So
yep.
That was Thursday night during the Politishock Hour of Rage. So your boy right here said it. So, and he wasn't.
I called the Democratic Party a terrorist organization in 2019, October of 2019, I think. Because if you look at Right Wing Watch and you put in my name and Josh Bernstein, you'll find like 300 different things that they've written about me. And one of them was that. And so I said it back then. And look how they have proven to be a terrorist organization all these years later.
Absolutely. And I think, I love it. And just seeing how triggered they are, they don't know what to be triggered over. Iran, his mean tweets, or he called us all the enemies of America. Oh. I mean, these pussified little tools. It's sickening to see them all scurry and see them all scatter and do what they do. Again, John Fetterman, he got attacked by somebody. He was with another Democrat on CNN. They said, well, you're a slovenly individual. Look at you wearing hoodies and wearing this and wearing that. And Fetterman says, you know who wears hoodies? He goes, the people in my district, regular people that aren't billionaire and own puppets like the rest of you. I'm like,
boom.
What, dude?
Well, look, I will say it is slovenly. Okay, I do wish he was wearing a suit. I'm not going to lie, right? It is very off-putting to look at him, in the Senate, or even talking to, someone in a Senate testimony, and he's dressed like that. So again, it's decorum and things like that. But it's what he's saying. Yes. And he has sensibility. He's rational. He understands what's going on. And so, for all that. And that's why they hate him. But here's the thing. I already said this. They can't take him out.
Yes.
They can't take him out because he's loved by the people of Pennsylvania, by everybody in Pennsylvania. Obviously Republicans, but also independents, most Democrats. Only the far fringe don't like him. So he's no one's going to take him out, trust me. And then if they tried, he'd just run as a Republican or an independent, either one, and he'd win.
Yeah.
So
again, things you never thought I'd be saying 2 years ago.
I know.
For 500.
Yeah. This is a guy who's been saying what he's saying and started with "Good night, everybody" at a debate. literally came out on the debate stage and went, "Good night, everybody," when it started. And so he went from that to where we are now. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's
crazy.
I know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean,
it's almost time for good night, everybody.
I know. That was so damn fast. I mean,
it was. Did we cover it all? I think we did, right?
We hit all the topics. And for the record, I'm keeping my legit OG-ness. Josh finds the things. I'm too stupid. But I pulled up that last clip. I mean, he
well, I mean, it's not that you're stupid. It's I try to find things that I know that we can discuss. That's the
go off the rails talking about like transsexual.
That's the stuff that needs to be done.
Yes.
See if there was. Oh, did you see this real quick? This is funny. So apparently, there's an anarchist couple in Rome, Italy, that were killed, I guess, because they were assembling a bomb, and it went off. Yeah, it went off literally. Let's see what this one says. So. Live by the blast, die by the blast. Political extremism is on the rise in Europe and around the world, with all the violence that goes with it. This was a case in the outskirts of the Italian capital, Rome, where the bodies of an anarchist couple were found buried under the rubble of a house that they owned after a bomb that they were making blew up and killed them. And of course, they were Antifa. So, sayonara.
Bye, bitches.
Bye, bitches.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't know how to chow. Is that Italian? I should know this, but sorry, Dad.
Arrivederci? I don't know.
Arrivederci? Yeah.
What is that? That's French, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know what it is. I think it's French. Maybe it's Italian. Who the fuck knows?
I have
no idea.
Whatever. No.
Whatever.
But all I want to say is Marie Le Pen. When the hell are you going to be president of France?
Really.
How many more times do people of France have to speak up and say we want Marie Le Pen? All right. So I mean, come on. Where's my yellow vest friends?
I know, right? Exactly.
Come on.
I mean, they've stolen it from her twice already.
It's
at least.
That woman's awesome. She's the rightful president of France, and make it happen already. How the hell we went from dipshits in Italy blowing themselves up to that? It's a French comment. What can I say? I'm all over the place, all right? But yes, so them being dead, good, rotten hell. Mueller, rotten hell. And Marie Le Pen, I want you to be president of France. With that, there's only one thing I could possibly say. Buy the book.
Boom! There it is.
Josh will come to your house and point at you.
That's right.
Get the book.
Get the book. Join the Substack.
Yes.
Join the Substack. I don't do the whole buy me a coffee thing, although that's pretty cool. But you can buy me a coffee every single month, which is $5 a month. Wow, so there you go. There's the coffee. Actually, it's less than that. If you do the year, it's $4.08, which I don't know how much a double latte, cappuccino, bapparino, facofino is, but they're probably $7-8, aren't they? Yeah. Right? Especially in places like Seattle, in New York, and LA. And so it's less than that. So
there you go. Buy Josh's cheap coffee at Subway.
Yeah. Buy my black with nothing in it, no sugar, no nothing, for $4 a month.
No bullshit. with a little hint of I don't know.
Little hint of Bibi in it. Not much. Just a little
hint of Bibi.
Just a little tint of Humintashen in it.
There you go. I don't even know what the hell that means, but there you go.
It's a Jewish cookie.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's based off of a story in the Bible of Haman's ear in the Torah. And isn't that why do we want to eat something that looks like an ear? But we do. That's how it is. That's how we roll.
You also like tongue. But anyway.
I don't like tongue.
I don't like the tongue.
I can't eat that shit.
Is that gross. Is that derma?
I'll tell you, real quick story. So my mother, she would always like to feed us liver when we were kids, right? So she fed it to my sister, and my sister was like, "Oh, I don't like this." I'm like, "All right, you don't like it, you don't have to eat it." So then my brother, he's 5 years older than me, and so gives my brother Gary, liver. And went, I don't like this. This doesn't taste very good. So then she tried it with me, and she said to me, "Come here, I got some new steak. Here, try this new steak." So I ate it, and I was like, "This doesn't taste like steak, Mommy." She's like, "Just eat it. It's good." I was like, "No," and I just spit it right at her.
Wow.
That's the Aquarius, right? We're rebellious. That's how it works. I said, "That ain't no steak that I'm eating, okay? Get that shit out of my mouth right now." And that's what happened. I was like, ugh.
That's the way to do
I would
it.
never eat liver. Ugh.
No.
And not even with some Chianti and some fresh fava beans either.
No. And chopped liver. My mom liked chopped liver, but
I couldn't eat any of that shit. No. I'd rather have Alpo in a dish than eat that crap. And the other thing I won't eat, this is how you know that I'm not Bibi controlled. I will not eat gefilte fish for anything. You know what that is? It's like a jar of shit, literally soaking. I don't even know what the hell it is, like a pickled herring or some shit. It's the most disgusting thing you could ever imagine. So, no.
There you go.
Won't eat it.
When I come there, we are going to...
We're not having gefilte fish.
No gefilte fish. We're going to have a nice Italian meal of egg noodles.
Yes.
Balls.
Let's do Italian. I love Italian food.
All right. I'll make you real Italian food. There you go.
There you go. Sounds good.
I'm Chef Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I got nothing else to say. If you want to hear some radical Israeli propaganda, go to buymeacoffee.com/REOB USA Radio. And you can hear a special edition of us talk nothing but Israeli, I don't know, talking whatever.
We'll do that. We'll do the Hava Nagila. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila.
I can do that. I'm pretty witzful. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rage of Aquarius. Josh, thank you as always, brother. I will see you on Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern for Politishock's Hour of Rage. And again, you can catch him all damn week. Go to the Substack, all right? And don't forget, I have to promote...
Buy some dick pills.
I'll tell you right now, I love Donald
Get
Trump.
them dick pills over at jbushow.substack.com. Yeah, we got dick pills there.
You get the finest alpha male at jbushow.substack.com. All right?
That's right.
Like a real man, make you really love Donald Trump and then hate Donald Trump. It's like, I will not take it anymore. I need to be the tip of the spear. I'm done. All right.
Okay.
But, and again, the Unfiltered show with Josh, I shouldn't advertise it. It's on Thursday nights. I'm not saying anything more because now my wonderful friend here decides to counter-program Politishock and start at the same time as Politishock, all because we don't change our clocks.
We don't make liars out of clocks. There's nothing I can do about it.
So, but you can see his show Unfiltered. If you go to the Substack, you see it every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for now until the clocks change again. Then it'll go back to 8 p.m. Eastern for those real worlders that live in the Eastern time zone. Anyway, so that's
Full Throttle Thursday. That's right.
Full Throttle Thursday. Yes. 9 p.m.
Ask me anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yes.
No problem.
Please do it. If you do something funny, you send me the clips.
Yeah, make it funny.
Yes. Good night, everybody. We love you. We will see you next. We'll see you on Thursday. 11 p.m. Eastern time, and then next Sunday at 9 p.m., Rage of Aquarius. We are out. Goodbye.
Rage of Aquarius with your hosts Dan Smeriglio and Josh Bernstein every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network. Download our apps on Android and Apple to never miss a show. Watch at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Android TV, or visit VOPUSARadio.com.